My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Nunas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And it's that time again. That time that y'all keep asking for. So, here we go. We're going to talk about what we've been watching since the last time we did what we've been watching episode.
It feels like it's been forever since we talked about it.
It does feel like it's been a while, but I don't think it has been, but...
It was the beginning.
It's been like a month and a half, maybe? Yeah.
Anyway, the people, the listeners, they're always so curious. What are we watching?
I feel like I haven't been watching... I mean, I've been watching stuff, but I feel like I'm slower this summer.
Yeah, like I'm just being kind of
chilling and
kind of lazy with the
watching stuff. I'm watching stuff that's all out, like completely out, but I'm still only watching a couple episodes a week, like as if it's airing. Like, I don't know.
We got stuff going on, you know.
Yeah,
doing all the things. So, who would like to kick off our August edition of our watching habits?
Do I have to make Siri do it again?
Oh, we can.
We can.
Sure. Right. Last time you just picked order, though.
Hey, Siri, pick a number between 1 and 4.
It's 3.
3. Oh. Okay.
Is that me?
That's
Natalia. Yeah.
Do we want to go then just like...
No. Pick a number between... Okay, pick a number between 1
Siri,
and 3.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
It's 2.
So me.
So me, you. Okay.
Siri, pick a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 2.
That's not helpful.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 1.
Okay.
So we're just going reverse order, starting with
Natalia.
Okay. I feel like if there were like more of us, there would be a lot more like.
Like she'd probably just pick the same number over and over. We'd get like 6 times in a row. We'd be like, all right, just Natalia is.
And then you go buy a lottery ticket too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start. I was like sitting down to write. I like wrote down all the stuff I've been watching, and I thought there wasn't that much, but there was more than I was like thinking there was. But it's still not like, it's not me at my peak. It's not winter Natalia. You know what I mean? Like summer Natalia. So I just finished Light on Me on WeTV. It's a week behind on
Vicky. Episode like 14 just came out today. Like,
yeah, it's so cute. Like,
good.
It's so cute. It's basically the first full length. I'm gonna say full length.
She's doing scare quotes.
Yes, air quote full length Korean BL thing, and it is 16 episodes, but they're half-an-hour episodes, so it's like almost full length. But it's like really cute. Like, imagine the cutest like high school rom-com, but gay. And that's basically what it is. It's adorable, really well acted. It gets 2 thumbs up from old Natalia. You'll feel really good after you watch it. You'll just...
I just saw a thing today that said that it's based off of a video game. So, like, I'm thinking like an Otome game.
Yeah, it's based off of an Otome game, which then one of the character stories was adapted into a very raunchy webtoon. The teacher character has his own storyline that's not in the show whatsoever, but it's very cute. Apparently it's not like super close to the video game from what I've been reading, but I have not played the game, so I cannot confirm nor deny these things, but it's really cute and well acted and so sweet. It just makes you go like,
and just like everybody is okay, well, not everybody, there's, you know, there always has to be that one usually female character that you want to smack in the face, but like everybody else is wonderful. Yeah. And you're like, oh.
And even the traditional terrible female character is not actually the worst. She does have a redemptive arc. She realizes the error of her ways. So it's quite nice. I also finished the C drama Unforgettable Love.
I wish the titles were a little bit.
I know.
Oh.
There's so many that are so similar that it's just like, okay. And they all have very similar plots. So it's like,
I was like, which one is that?
they're all basically like a sexless Harlequin novel of a book. So, like, it's true, because it's like they have like that basic, plot structure that they're like, you know what's gonna happen, but you're like, okay, let's
Like,
keep watching this one.
Christian romance novels from the 80s or something,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. Without any of the Jesus stuff in it.
Well, yeah.
So this one's about a hot CEO. It's always a hot CEO, isn't it? Who has an adoptive son who's mute, who was his dead brother's kid that he adopted, and so he needs and this kid is kind of like a terror. Like he's a just absolute monster to everyone but his dad. So his dad's trying to find him like a psychologist to help him with his like mutism. And of course there's, this cute, plucky child psychologist who the kid falls in love with and determines she's gonna be my mom. And then it just, goes from there, right? Like, whatever you're thinking happens. But the kid is so cute that you're like, okay, I know. And like the chemistry between them, very good. So, and there's like cute little side characters and everything. So it's got everything you're looking for if you're looking for that sort of easy, typical romance situation with the hot rich dude and the plucky poor smart, listen, I don't have to just, like, everyone knows what I'm talking about. I also started You Are My Glory, which is cute.
It's oddly addictive. Like,
yeah, like, it's not that good, but like,
no.
you want to keep watching it.
Like, the first
the
two
leads
episodes
good.
are basically just a commercial for this video game.
Yeah.
That-
And most of it is
like,
just a commercial. Like, the
all
first
right.
half is just a commercial for this video game. But, like, the leads, like, are so good.
When they're together, it's so
Yang Yang
cute.
and Do Reba is just chef's kiss. Just perfect. So, I have no complaints. It's, it's not, like, a particularly scintillating or, like, complex show. There's no, like, twists and turns.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of know what's going on, but it's cute. So
I said to somebody, I was like, it's basically that, like, that line from Princess Bride where it's like, and every night he said to me, "Good night, Wesley. Good job. I'll most likely kill you in the morning." And that's how I feel about this drama. Like, every episode, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll probably quit tomorrow. And then
But
I watch another one.
But you don't. They're like,
just keep going.
I will say that I actually have never seen a C drama where the male lead has the job that he has. So he's like a satellite engineer who's working on like top secret projects, which becomes kind of a humorous plot device because he's, dating a celebrity. And so the paparazzi, anyway, it's ridiculous. It's cute though. I'm also watching a Thai show. It's only 2 episodes in because only 2 episodes are out. It has a very terrible title, and I swear to you, the show is not as bad as the title.
Now, like, I want us to guess what that's
Like, the title isn't, like, nasty or anything, but, like, it just has a connotation to it that is, like, ooh.
Okay. Hit us with the title first. What's the title?
The title is Don't Say No.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not the direction I was going in.
Yeah.
But it's actually very cute. It's like a spin-off. Okay, I know you're all gonna like side-eye me here, but it's nothing like the original source material, I promise. It's a spin-off of Tharn Type.
I knew Tharn Type was
I
coming.
knew. And she's like, you're a Tom.
Don't judge me! But like, it's about like this like secondary character who like, before they started dating, were like really close friends and used to like, have tons of skinship together and cuddle, but now that they're dating, it's like, they're like, oh, like, I don't, like, is it like I don't want him to think I'm slutty if I, So it's like it's very cute. It's bizarrely cute about two idiots. There's only 2 episodes in, so I have no opinion as to whether it's good, but it's cute so far. The first 2 episodes were cute. I have like a group watch that we're working our way through Monthly Magazine House. Oh my god, I love it.
How
I love
close
it.
is that one to being done? I feel like
Next
it's
week.
done.
Next week's the last 2 episodes. Well, it's okay. It's done on iQIYI, but it's not done on Viki. There's still 1 week on Viki, and I have iQIYI VIP, and the temptation to cheat on my watch. It is so strong, but I'm like holding back. It's really good. Everyone in this show is an idiot except for one character, but that's kind of like, but it's like a fun sort of like, they're all good at their jobs, but they're all idiots in every other aspect of existence. And so that like dynamic is just very cute.
Ragtag group of humans.
Yeah, like it's got like a real like like a sort of an office family, but only one member. Like there's one photographer who's like competent and knows how to communicate with people and like tell people his thoughts, whereas everyone else is like, I'm gonna have to take the dumb route. Gonna have to just not communicate anything. But like it's not like super frustrating like those can be. Like it's more adorable. I do actually really recommend it. So far, like there's only 2 episodes left. I don't think they can biff it too bad. But,
Kim Won-hee is in it, so we know it's a drama.
He is, and he's one of the many idiots.
Oh, right off the bat, he was an idiot.
Oh, he's a delight.
Because I think I watched
funny.
the first episode, and I was like, "Wow, Kim Won-hee doing his Kim Won-hee stuff." Like,
Yeah, no, and like, oh, poor Kim Won-hee. His character is so like he's
cringy.
Like no, it's not that he's cringy. It's just you feel really bad for him because his wife clearly hates him. So you're just like, oh. But like, he's like a nice dude, but he's always jumping to the absolute wrong conclusion, which is funny. Like he does it really well. The show is very cute. The chemistry between the leads, he's sort of like, so it's another one of those rich CEO, too smart. Yeah. Anyway, but like the way that he's playing it is that but he spent all his time making money that he now has he's never done anything but make money. So as soon as like he discovers he's interested in this girl, he doesn't know what the hell to do because he's never had any human connection with anyone but his one friend. So it's just really pathetic and cute. I do recommend it. I also, because they just added it to Netflix and I was PMSing and really sad, I rewatched the entirety of Her Private Life in a day. Like, I just lied in bed, sad, and watched it and felt better. It's on Netflix now, guys.
Everyone does. I mean, yeah.
That's what Netflix. That's definitely good Netflix rewatches. They're like, oh, it's right there. It's beckoning me.
There. It's like, listen, we know you like these K-drama things. I know you've probably seen this one. You seem like the type who has, but I'm gonna go put it out here. And I've just started, so I've only watched the first 2 episodes of Witch's Diner. Ooh, yes.
I was waiting for that to end.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be enjoying this one. And that's it for me. What about you, Jessie? What spine-tingling horrors do you have for us?
Oh, a ton of stuff. I'm not going to go over everything because we'll be here forever. In the finished category, what you know is I finished Kingdom and Run On. I've talked about both of those in previous episodes, so listen to our Kingdom episode and listen to our sports episode if you want my take on those. I finished the J-drama that I had started a couple months ago. It's Sherlock: The Untold Stories. It's pretty good. If you like Sherlock, you'll like it. But I feel like that's kind of the problem with like remakes of Sherlock, is that it's just the same story, essentially. And I think that's just because of even though the source material was written when it doesn't have to change much to fit anywhere, like any
Mhm.
time period or any like place on the world, or in the world. And so it's kind of just the same thing. I mean, but it was fine. I really liked the two leads. They were great together, and I think it's one of the better ones, especially in the ones that I've watched in Japanese dramas. So it was fun. It was a good drama to have and watch a couple of episodes here and there. I also finished Voice 4, which I shouldn't have started this series, because now I'm kind of like invested in it in terms of like having gotten this far, but I hate most of it. So that's like where I'm really lying.
Oh no.
It's I should just watch Voice 1 and stop. Just do that.
Voice 1 is good.
Voice 1 is good, and then it kind of changes, and then they never really, I mean, like, the main female lead is the main person. It's her voice or her like hearing that's making everything work, and is how the team formed. Yet they never use her, which is like, okay, fine, it's standard misogyny that like is in everything, but like the male characters are just really bad. And then also like none of the villains compare to first season's villain. So yeah. So
Voice 1 peaked.
Oh yeah, Voice 1 was
Voice 1 peaked. But the problem is there's like gonna definitely be a Voice 5, because we're just now figuring out like the backstory, but like on her like hearing ability. I'm like, I don't want to. And like I read some interview with the writer, who I'm actually surprised is a female writer, like honestly, the way that, you know, she's been doing things with the characters. But she was talking about how a lot of things had to be changed for Voice 4, which I get, like it's really hard to do, but like some of the things I think they could have just like changed them and it would have been okay. So in Voice 4 there's like a whole LAPD unit, and that's was it Sung the guy, the main male lead who was in Player, that guy. He's part of that unit, and apparently they were supposed to film in LA, but they couldn't because of COVID.
Well, yeah, that would have been hard.
But like, there's nothing really that like you couldn't change in the storyline just to make them not LAPD, because he's not that great in English, even though his character is supposed to have been like living in America for a very long time. So like, it's not very good. He's doing his best, but it's not like great. And it just was like an unnecessary thing. It was like not like 90% of the show, it didn't even matter. Like just random like ends of episodes where he was speaking English like for a line to like
they're like
the one other person.
Throw in a line so people know he speaks a little bit of English.
I am glad that his character is actually like more competent and better. Like you're like, okay, this is an actual cop. This does make sense that he's here. So like whatever. I'm just
at least like, that's something, you know.
Yeah.
Like...
I like the stories, like the stories that are actually about like the crime. Those are good parts, but I'm sure a lot of people actually really love Olive Voice, and I'm like the minority in this. What was that?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of us get
something?
into the like Asian dramas because we don't want to have like that multi-season mythology, or you know, so we got tired of it, and now like, it's like, they're starting to do that. I don't want them to do that. I could watch like, American TV for that.
I'm fine, and this show in theory should actually work really well because it's very procedural and it's very much like an episode and a half where they're solving one case type thing. So it should work in theory. And like there are other shows that have worked like this. Like I liked most of God's Quiz. Like there was only one off season, but it was like off to the point where it was like it was a completely different show, you know? So I don't know. Like for shows like this, I think it's okay for multiple seasons. But if you can't write for those multiple seasons, that's the key.
Yeah.
But everybody loves it. So like, again, I'm the like, minority. Also,
Which
in
is
things,
fine. It's like things aren't for everyone.
that's
you know?
true. Yeah,
That is true.
also in minority, a show that like everybody loves that I finally watched. Again, I did put myself in a position where I had to watch the entire thing because I was doing a review on it on my blog, and that is the show Master Son. I hated it from episode 1, so that was
Oh.
really great.
I don't really love it either, which is a shame because I like the actors in it.
I
but
like
did not enjoy
the
the show.
actors.
Mhm.
I don't know how. Like, I don't want to like. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and it was gonna sound offensive. I don't know how anyone was rooting for that main couple. Like, there are parts that I was literally like,
Yeah.
just to the point where, like, okay, so like her character is definitely like in the very beginning, she's like the really not smart person. And it's supposed to be because she's like terrified by the ghosts that she's seeing, but like she's been seeing them for a while to the point where like she should have some, but so her character is being played like a person whose mental capacity is like of a 13-year-old. So when you have someone whose mental capacity is that of a 13-year-old, when a guy who's in his 30s is introduced, who's already in a dynamic that's like really crazy, it gets really creepy really fast, and to the point where he never changes. There's never like even that like you know how like they do like the stoic, you know, evil main lead, he like switches at the end and you're like, well, this isn't real life, but like here we are in this like context of the show. He doesn't even do that. From like literally halfway into the last episode, he was still a terrible human being. And I'm like, why is everybody like this? And to the point, it's almost got like a 9 on MDL, and I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't. I just don't get it. Like,
it's one for me that like I remember enjoying it while I watched it, but I don't like recommend it to people, and I don't know what. I think I enjoyed the individual stories, you know, like the stories that really stand out to me, or the like the individual things where she helped people or whatever, but like not the romance.
I remember it being very like, it felt abusive.
It was so abusive,
and you couldn't just be like, oh well, it was just abusive.
It wasn't just like the normal like wrist grab thing, which like I still don't like and I'll never like, and but it's like culturally it's a thing, still don't like it, but like at least like I could understand those things. It was like past it being like a 2013 or something drama. It just kind of seemed, it really felt off. He was never cute. I literally wanted to punch him every single time he waved his hand in front of his face. It was so degrading and so terrible. It's like, run. Why isn't someone like helping her? She's obviously not capable of being by herself. Someone help her. Like, this isn't a cute thing at all. So
no.
But I watched
she essentially had to cling to the absolute worst person for help. And like no one else was really going to help her, and you just pretty much watch that unfold, because like
even the like second male lead, which is our favorite
Soengook,
he's not even really posed like that much as like the second male lead for the show. Like it's like he's there for people to kind of ship, but like they never actually show anything that like would make it. He's kind of more of just like, I feel for this person and I feel like I need to care for this person, which is like essentially what it is, because she needed help. Like she's going crazy because she can see ghosts and she's terrified by them. I mean, if you want to like a show that you can watch that has ghosts in it because you're scared, that's the show, because it's not really the way that they form the ghosts are essentially like, unless you get scared at like something like the Haunted Mansion at Disney, like you're not going to get scared at them. Like, the stories aren't that bad either. Like,
no, I remember being scared because I very first started it at like 11:30 at night or something, and like in that first like 5 minutes, there's sort of a jump scare ish, like of the ghost, and I was like, oh, this is that kind of show, because I didn't know what it was at all. Like it was really early in my drama watching, and my sister was like, oh, you'll love it. So I was like, okay. So I just sat down to watch it, and like Ghost popped out at 11:30 and I was like, I will watch this in the morning. And then after that, I was like never scared again. But like in that moment, I was like, this is not the show for me to watch right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So in currently watching, there's a couple of things that I have been like putting off, like to even start, like Devil Judge, because I was just so annoyed at the way Vicky was handling those subs.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one to finish too.
There's also that Shaman show with our little Na Room Dum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's a show that's like 20 minutes long, one episode a week.
Ooh.
Not touching it until
It's
aired.
done.
It's completely done, which is I think it's like middle of October. So not touching it. I haven't seen many people talk about it. I've also been kind of like avoiding spoilers, so I'm hoping it's good when I finally watch it in October. But Hospital Playlist 2, I'm up to date except for today, which is we're recording this on a Thursday, and I haven't watched this episode. I love it so much. Like last week's episode was an hour and 50 minutes long, and at an hour and 10 is when I realized I was still watching the show, and that was the first time that I had like stopped to think about it. It's that good. But it's an hour and 50 only once a week, so that's less than every other drama that's airing right now, unless you're talking J-drama. So
I've been saving it till it's done, because since I'm going to my mom's in September and I'm just gonna have a lot of time on my hands with nothing much else to do, I was going to do a little binge.
I love it. It like it really like it needed that like length. There was a lot of stuff that they do, because like Hospital Playlist, if you haven't watched it, kind of does this thing where it's got the central storyline, but like a lot of the stuff that they do is actually just to kind of show things and show how humanity should be, essentially, you know, like or like pose problems that people have, and kind of show how like you're not alone type thing. And so like it was a bunch of characters having a bunch of different like centralized things, which like obviously is not real in terms of like not all those people would have the same thing happening to them for each one. The way that they do the show is it's not really about that reality. It's kind of showing those things, and it needed that hour 50.
I also like how the supporting cast is sometimes central within some of those side stories. Like they'll really take over. It's not always, you know, the main people that you always see. It's also like the side characters. They'll get like a huge episode sometimes, because they'll be like a main within one of those stories, and then they really shine, and you have enough time to see them kind of complete that, and it's like a mini movie of here's this complete other thing going on.
And it's really special with some of the side characters, because some of the side characters are interns, or like were interns and have like moved up to whatever like the next position is before you're like full on at where the main cast level, and it shows their growth within the show too, like it kind of, or like just them as people. Like I mean, like even in the simplest of things, like the girl who's like the main one with the OBGYN guy, I think it was like she paid off all of her medical school bills and was like starting to finance stuff and starting to like do a savings thing. And there was a little story about that, like just like her growth in just like a financial like aspect. It was like really sweet, you know. And like obviously they're kind of like probably also like promoting that credit union or whatever it is, but like
very clever way of doing it though.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's a real thing for like those kids. They all went through medical school and they have lots of like debt. It's kind of like showing that someone could do it, you know, and that sort of thing. So I really like it. If you haven't watched Hospital Playlist, please do. It's
so good, guys.
It makes you happy. So like I cry every time, but most of the time I'm crying because it's like very hopeful, happy stuff, you know. It's good. You Are My Spring. I am caught up with it. I think next week is the last week. Yes.
I'm way behind. How is it?
It's good. It's I'm just kind of watching it because it's there. It will be a drama. I forget about it as soon as I'm done, but I'm not like upset with it. It is kind of getting a little bit boring because they're not like advancing on like the main thriller storyline like they should be doing. So I'm not going to say it's the greatest written thing. There's a lot of lacking. I don't think that they've established the friend group enough for it to be a found family, because they really want it to be a found family. But like, it's not like terrible. It's not at all. Like, it's just there. Like, I watch it and then I'm done. But like, it's 2 episodes a week, so I just kind of throw on one, throw on the other, and then I'm like, good, we can move on and go to another thing. And then finally, the drama that I'm watching is this, oh my gosh, the best drama that I'm currently watching is the C drama, Couple of Mirrors, which is
that's on my list. That's on my list.
It's 4 episodes are currently out right now. It's subbed on YouTube. Assassin and an author, and it's a girl love. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's mystery and intrigue, and it's a period drama, and it's just
it's so pretty.
It looks so pretty.
It's just so good. Like, so good.
I picked up the first episode. I tried to watch the whole thing right before he started. I still have like 10 minutes left of the first episode, but like, it's really good.
As soon as I started it, I was so mad because I'd watched it, and then it was only 2 episodes out at that time, and I was like, I have to wait literally until tomorrow for them to get the subbed versions of the next 2, and then I have to wait a week now. And now I'm like very upset by myself that I did that. It's just, I love it. There's a lot. It's like, I don't watch a lot of like C dramas just in general, and mostly not historical, so I don't know if like this is the norm, but it's definitely like a British mystery series vibe. So if you're into that, and also it's 2 pretty girls who like each other, like, come on.
They're beautiful. Like, beautiful.
And it's like perfect. They're great together on screen. You're like, okay, I'm into it all. Like, everything. Let's go. It's so good. Like, you have to watch it if you're not watching it. Like, Annie's watching it, and I know that nobody else is watching it that I could see on my end. And I'm not like someone who does, like, I have people who watch C dramas, so that's not the case. And I'm like, what is the problem with all of you? I don't understand it.
I was legit just waiting for like a couple more episodes to be out, because me in the binge. I love the binge.
Gosh, it's so good. Like, I like would right now just like rewatch them if I just had the time. It's just great, perfect.
And as far as they did great on the like all the set, all the costume, the hair. It's the hair. It's perfect.
Everything's perfect. There are little like quirks in like the Assassin Girl's character that just like are just perfect and like right on for her. And she's like the kind of brooding, like very quiet and like kind of upset with the world, but like she kind of smiles every time the other girl comes. It's just so great. I love it so much. I'm like, this is what I wanted. This is all I wanted, because I'm not like normally like a spy person, but that's mostly because like I don't like contracted like killings. It's not, once you put business into like murder, like it gets boring for me. And like, and most of that's action, but this is not an action show. Like, it has action, but it's a drama. Like, that's not its purpose, but I love it. So you all better be watching it.
It's on my list.
It is on my list.
I am going to look down on you.
We were literally discussing this drama in one of my group chats and how we all planned on watching it.
So by the next time we have what we're watching, we better all be watching it.
Yeah. I will be very upset with you if you're not. That's like it. I will. It's actually not it. I'm watching like 1,000 horror movies for real. I'm doing a challenge where I'm trying to watch 100 horror movies before October 31st, they all have to be new. That's the specific part of the challenge.
Oh wow.
And then or new to me. And then my part of the challenge that I've decided to pose on it, that I will only count Asian horror as my 100. So
Wow.
I'm not going to go through all those, but I am, because we are
If you
starting
want to see
things.
it though, go check out her Twitter. She's got a whole list.
And her blog. Her blog.
Yeah, and the blog.
And then I'm have it on Letterboxd, and I like, I've got to update tomorrow on my like films. So yeah, it's I've been watching a lot, and I will continue to watch a lot. So
have you been enjoying most of them? Like,
yeah, some of them are, but like movies are like committing to one like episode of drama.
Yeah.
Like
that's true, man.
I don't have like 15 other episodes that I have to go through.
The commitment risk is very low.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Well, like, what's the next one?
Yeah.
I've just this week like completed a few, so that was kind of nice, because had been a few things that I wanted to get started, but I felt like I gotta just finish some of this stuff. I just have to get it off of my plate. So in the category of was pleasant enough, but I will completely forget I watched it a year from now, Falling Into Your Smile, C-drama, esports. It was adorable. It was really cute. It had some really good stuff about that idol fan relationship. They had some really good scenes with that, some good lines, and I mean there's a really nice part where the one character, his fans are all angry, like, oh, you're dating a girl, like you have to focus on your sport and stuff, and he basically in like an interview is just like, well, there's the door, don't let it hit you on the way out. Like,
it's like, you can do both, right? You can like date and focus on your career at the same time.
It was good that way. It had some really nice aspects, because the concept is she's the only girl, the only pro gamer in this league. So a lot of boys from other teams have crushes on her and stuff, and and she's not interested, and whatever, different stuff happens. But like every time the fans sort of start to turn on her, and it's like, oh, they lost a game, it must be because they have a girl on their team, she's causing strife, and she's like they always make it about her. Every time something happens with the team, it must be her fault. And you're like, okay. And like there was a great scene where like you see all the different, like all these male players from all these other teams, who some of them who even don't necessarily like her that well. They like her, like they're mad at her because she kicks their butt on the court kind of thing, but like they're basically all streaming live and going like, if you hate her, you hate us, like we'll all take you on because we love her, she's adorable and she's great at this game, so like all of you just shut it. So it's nice that she's good at what she does. And
but boo sexism, boo.
Yeah. So but like most C-drama like it's the typical C-drama rom-com, it's the typical C-drama esports. It was good, it was fun to watch. If you ask me a year from now, I'll be like, yeah, I think I watched that, in one ear and out the other kind of thing, but I enjoyed it while I was watching it. So it was, for a while there, it was like the only thing I was really kind of looking forward to, like that and Racket Boys, which is also completed. And I have watched the final episode now. So Racket Boys, 2 thumbs up.
They didn't biff it. Good to know.
No, they did not biff the ending. So it ended very, very well. They did some really nice things with it. I am not that knowledgeable about the badminton scene in Korea, so I couldn't tell you for certain, but I'm pretty sure that they had a couple of actual pro badminton players
I
in
have-
the final episode.
I have a
which
very
was kinda
serious.
cool.
I have a very serious question for you. Are you familiar with the badminton scene anywhere?
No. Yeah, no, I'm not. So like,
Now the Korean ones I don't know, but Canada.
Listen,
But
but like that
I also
Latvian
don't know.
badminton team, I'm a big fan. Big fan.
So yeah, but it seems like they actually had a couple of the way, you know how they do sometimes when like there's a big cameo, you know it's a real cameo or something, and these scenes were shot that way that it kind of comes across like, oh, this is somebody who, if you were into badminton, you know who these people are or whatever. So that was kind of cool. And it just went well. It was just cute. Our girl Kim Sul-gi is in the final episode.
Oh,
She
brought
has
her
a
out
great
for
little cameo. She comes in as a like documentary like producer.
Wait, did they?
You know,
Did they hear of our Kim Won-hye idea of the documentary? What's going on?
it's so funny to watch her because
still
she's
our idea.
like the straight man in all of her scenes. Like she's just sitting there like, what did I step into? What is going on? Well, like the people are ridiculous around her, which is kind of fun to watch.
They took our idea. That's true.
Who's listening?
Listen,
Out
We're
yourself
on-
now.
we're on
want our
to
check.
you. We're on to you.
Yeah.
We want our like 5-1 or whatever. Want something.
Yes.
At least send us promo boxes or something.
Yeah,
Something.
come on
Like,
now.
Listen, we don't ask for much. Just, send us
Something.
a t-shirt or something.
If you're curious what we're talking about, go check out our Kim Won-hye episode. Then,
Yes.
then you'll see.
I also finished Coffee Prince. So
Yay!
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 Not Nikki from Soji Chronicles can stop like riding my butt about it. It's done. So I did enjoy it. I just stopped around episode 12 because it was like everything was good. And I was just like, can I just stop here? Everything's nice. Everybody's happy. And there's still 5 episodes left to go. And I know how that goes. So. But it actually wasn't that bad. Like the last 5 episodes, yes, there's some drama in there and there's some, but none of it quite went in the direction I thought it might go, knowing K-drama and how they like to just make you angry in the last few episodes. They didn't make me angry. So it was just enjoyable. It's an enjoyable drama. Like I know a lot of people watch it, like rewatch it every year and stuff. It's not going to be that for me, but I enjoyed watching it. So it is a good story. Dong Yu's cute. He does his thing. Little baby Kim Jae-wook is adorable to watch. All the little babies are adorable. It's just fun to watch. It's always fun to watch like an old, like an older old drama and be like, oh, wow, look at you.
All the puppies running around.
Yeah.
Oh, you're little cheekies you want to kiss. They're so little.
Exactly. So yeah, so I enjoyed that. I just started, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like that, it's that short Japanese one about the boy love world. I think Natalia watched it earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. This poor kid, like he's just like, no, I just want to like girls, okay? Like I just don't care that I'm in a boy love manga world. I just like girls,
And then
okay?
and just when he's looking around and all of the couples are like male couples, and he's like, no.
He's like out with his friends, and they all get drunk, and like the one guy passes out. He's like, oh no, I know how this goes. I'm gonna, hey buddy, can you get him home?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
But what's nice about it, it's never in like a homophobic way. Like he has no problem with all of these other people being gay. Does not bother him. He's cool with it. He doesn't want to be a part of this universe anymore, okay? Everyone else
just
can
wants
be
to
gay.
kiss a girl, okay? Like, it is like there is sort of an aspect where he realizes like his little brother is like actually a main character in all of this, not just a side character. And he's like, oh crap, because once he realizes he's in the boy love manga, he reads a ton of boy love manga so that he can find the tropes, so that he can avoid falling into the trap of,
He becomes an expert.
becoming, right? So he becomes this expert in the field. And one of the things that he's afraid of when he realizes that his brother is a main character is that a lot of these books end terribly with like double suicides and stuff. And he does not want that for his baby brother. So he just is like, I need you to be in a happy story. I just need you not to kill yourself, please, because I love you. So like,
and the brother's
just,
like, what are you talking about?
I'm in high school and I have friends. Like, what? Chill. So it's cute. I dig it. Easy and simple. And the other one that I'm watching is The Rational Life. It's a C drama. Nuno romance, super duper Nuno romance. She's like in her 30s and he's in his early 20s, like just finished college kind of thing. Possibly grad school, like he might be a little older, but
listen, it's legal. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
Nothing creepy
Very
going
legal.
on. There's no
It's,
grooming. It's just normal.
What's his name? Dylan Wang, I think.
I like
He was
him.
the lead in Meteor Garden 2018. His hair is infinitely better in this.
No pineapple hair.
He really grows on you. Him.
And his acting, I would say, is also significantly better. Like I find him much more, and I don't know that that's not to say that his acting was bad, but this role is more realistic and less over the top. Like he's just playing a normal dude, not
he was playing a cartoon character before.
Exactly.
You gotta like, so
it's good that way. There's a lot of it's just a nice story. Like it's just kind of, they meet through a couple of mishaps in the beginning, and then he applies for a job as an intern with her company and comes in for the interview and is like, oh crap, it's you, because they've had these meetings beforehand. And she's like, do you just want to leave now? Because you know I'm not going to hire you, right? And he's like, listen, I could do this job. And she's like, I kind of don't care, because we had some real bad, I mean, the second time they met, he was super duper drunk, and like she got proposed to by her boyfriend, and he like smashed into the middle of it, drunken, to yell at her for the time before that they met. Like she was just like, do you really think I'm going to hire you? And he's like, probably not. Okay.
But hey, okay, we could keep our personal and our private lives.
But he's like, sure, he could do this job. So a friend from college is working for the company, and she gives him a little bit of insider information, and he winds up, he's a jewelry designer, and that comes into play, and he winds up solving a big like case, helping her out. Unfortunately, so he gets hired. This is great. And then like the day after he gets hired, maybe the day he does get hired, stuff happens at work where the men and misogyny. So she gets like, she's a lawyer who is on track to become the head of the law department. And she winds up working in like the secretary pool in the admin, she hasn't been demoted. She's still technically an assistant manager. She's just has to work in this other field. We're just keeping you because you had this big controversy and and it's like, and he's technically an intern in the law department, but he's like, nah, you know what? I'm her intern. She hired me. I'll go be a secretary with her. And so he follows her.
I'm a pacifist generally. Okay. But have we considered poison? It's the woman's weapon.
Always.
So
listen,
just throw that out there.
Or slowly doing something in your demoted position that ruins the entire company.
Yeah.
You take me down, I take all of you down. Thanks.
So she has her moments, and it is nice because everybody thinks that they can kind of like tromp on her, but she's like, I still have been working in this company all this time, and I do still know all your secrets, and I know what goes on here, and I know
that's the way to do it. Be like, You want to play? You want to dance, baby? Let's fucking dance, you know?
So, and they get and then there's like a new manager, CEO type guy who comes in, who's not a part of any of these politics. And all he sees is that she knows what she's doing and everybody else is trying to like keep her down. So he's like, I want to come work in my department and like help me run things. And she's like, why, sure I do, new boss. And you know, so it's good. And I mean, the kid is falling first, which is adorable because he thinks she's pretty, but like he's so turned on by how competent she is, and we love to see it. So,
we love competency, Kink.
Yeah, and
Wait, did you just call that a competency kink? Is
You've
that
never
what I
heard that before?
No, I love it.
I was
seen
like,
that
put
written a lot
that
of
in my
places.
pocket.
yeah,
I'm just gonna stick it in there, stick it in the old front of the bra. Keep it
So definitely, I mean, I'm only about, I think, a third of the way through on it. It's one of my trailer watches. It's Netflix, so I can download a couple episodes and then go, you know, when all the kids go to sleep, I can watch. And so I save it for there. So I don't watch it when I'm at home, but like, it's hard because it is really cute. I really enjoy it. So, and that's it for me. Yeah. So how about you, Sky?
So I felt like I haven't been watching much, but I'm watching some, I guess. I started a few, and that's why I haven't finished anything in a long time. It feels like I do that sometimes, and so then it just feels like I'm watching things that just kind of float around. So
You'll do that thing where you're like, I'm not finishing anything, and then 1 month you finish like 12 dramas because you only got one episode left on everything. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I went to like up to my Drawlist account and went into your currently watching, and I was like, ooh, that list is getting on again.
I binged all of the Kingdom stuff, so that was a thing too.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of forgotten that, like, oh yeah, you know, I invested the time to finish all of that. If you haven't listened to our episode about Ashen of the North, go listen. So Kingdom, that was a thing I finished. I also finished, and you know, this was just such a long drama. Not Love Phantom or whatever it's called. I finally
forgot about that. Oh, I finished that one too. Oh boy.
And then so it has 10 episodes, but then there's an 11th like special episode.
There's some like clip episodes.
Yeah, you know, like they're reminiscing, and then it's clippy
most
of the time.
It's like a drama special because you guys are all like wanting more of this, but we're definitely not going to do a season 2.
No, but like it was really weird because they had like a couple of them, but it would be like, you know, episode 6, and then it would be episode 6 again, but it would just be like a clip episode of like the previous 6 episodes. So you're like, okay.
I wonder if it was one of those things that maybe that they had to hold off. Like when did it air?
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because like, what if it was like, say it was during a time where, you know, the Olympics were happening or something?
No,
like,
it was before the Olympics.
Well,
but
like the Olympics, like before, like the Winter Olympics, where like you would have to take off for multiple weeks, and so it was like a recap because you haven't been on air for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Here, we'll help you remember this tiny drama.
I mean, like, obviously you forgot everything about it.
Yeah. Okay. I enjoyed Love is Phantom. I would recommend binging it. I would not recommend doing what I did and watch it for a long period of time. I thought it was really cute. It's definitely, they just play with your assumptions, and they're like, there's going to be drama, and then it's like, no, psych. Yeah. It's always just a psych. That's all it ever is.
It's like every time you think there's going to be like, oh, now's the time for that misunderstanding to like cause some friction between. It's like, no, you got
but I like that. It's nice to sometimes have, you know, this could have been an awful thing, but we're going to be understanding, and oh well, and just like move on. Okay. So
the show is wild. But not.
It is very funny.
It's a show.
It is low commitment. So
Very low commitment.
if you like that type of thing, check it out. Speaking of check it out, I check out The Event. That's what it's called. Check out The Event. I think it's a 4-episode miniseries. I watched it on Kokwa. I don't know if it's on Viki or not. The big reason I pressed play, 2 reasons. In the description, it's not Jeju Island, so that was the thing.
All right.
And one of the main characters is like supposedly an indie band member. Not like in real life, but just the character is.
Mhm.
So I thought, oh, those are fun dynamics.
Yeah.
And it's very much we broke up, but I accidentally won this couples trip that I had entered us into like before we broke up.
No.
And in the meantime, she's been incredibly desperate trying to get him back unsuccessfully. See, that's what made it. You know, it would be one thing if it was a break and then like she was desperate and it just didn't work. And you can tell that he broke up probably for a reason other than just wanting like, but he never gives the reason. Blah blah blah. So then they're at Jeju Island with these 2 other couples. One seems fake. One seems like the wife is probably dealing with an illness of some sort. But the tour guide, he's attractive and cute and is totally paying attention to her because the ex isn't there yet. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to pretend like they're currently in a relationship, but it's like obvious that they're not. It's not charming so far. And I guess it's because personally when I'm watching this stuff, I can take female struggle to a point, but like I said, it's tough for me to watch like a female character being desperate to get back with an ex like for long periods of time. It's one thing if it's
have some self-respect and move on. You can do better.
Yeah, like
Keep
I mean,
going.
like we all do that. Like we all mess up and like are stupid about those things, but also there should be a point where it stops. And if you don't get that,
so before they go on the trip, she has her desperation. And then during the trip, you can tell she's dealing with her desperate, you know, and it's a very human thing. It's just kind of painful to watch. But you can tell by the end of the first episode, it's obvious. Tour guide guy is into her. Pretty much he's going to try to steal her. Like so there's love triangle.
It's not really stealing.
But and also
water.
So the dude, you know, the ex, I don't know why anybody would be trained for that side at this point. Anyway, that was all just within 1 episode. If it was a 16-episode drama, there is absolutely no way I would keep up with it. But within 4, I'm like, okay, now I want to see what on earth are you doing within a mini-series.
You're like, okay, 4 episodes I can awkward my way through. You know?
Right.
Like,
and I'm hoping they front-loaded all the desperation. It's just a really big turnoff for me with shows. Kind of like when everyone picks on the main female character for a long period of time, like multiple episodes. I'm like, okay, I got it. Everyone picks on her. Like, it hurts. It hurts me for them. So it's kind of a thing for me. So
I don't like it.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's pretty much a promotional thing for Jeju Island or not yet, because we'll see. I also tried Police University because like Vicky's Twitter kept pushing it upon me. So I was like, okay, I shall start it because this seems like it would be squarely at the type of thing I would dig. I don't know how I feel about it. I've watched 2 episodes. I think the level of humor bothers me a bit. And let me explain just a little bit of why. So is his name Cha Tae-yun, the main comedy guy that's in a lot of movies and stuff? His character, he has comedic aspects for sure. I'm not going to go into a lot of it, but essentially he ends up in the crosshairs with the young kid character who's trying his best. And he just tries to keep him down really, really bad. And then he's really serious. But if he's the comedic relief character, it goes back and forth too much with that character. And I can't figure out how to feel about that, really. Crystal's great so far. She has, you know, I don't know if I can keep with it if it keeps being this, and I can't share a lot because there's
Yeah, you don't wanna
twists
give it
already.
away.
Yeah.
So, but it's just tough, and maybe I just wasn't in the mood for all these stuff, like cringy or.
Sometimes it's just
Yeah.
like the
I was
right? You
prepared
need
for
a
him to be
different vibe.
I was prepared for him to be humorous because I know of his, I know some of his stuff. Like I know that was maybe going to be a thing. But when the humorous character tries to pretty much be the hard ass too, that's tough for me to take. It doesn't really make so maybe I'm not sure I've ever seen a character like that ever.
I had hopes that it wasn't going to actually be a comedy, but light, because of the synopsis of this actual show. It shouldn't be a comedy.
Most of the stuff I've seen on Twitter was like, I thought it was going to be a comedy, and it is not. So I'm like,
So maybe
okay.
it was the setup of like trying to show some of like the mistake, because pretty much that character got demoted in order to then become an instructor at the police university. So they had to show that, but the process of his demotion, it's just it's so comedic sometimes when it really shouldn't be, in my opinion. And then the way he just tries to buck the rules and buck the stuff almost for the sake of doing it, but then when anyone else bucks the rules, he becomes a hard ass. So like, how do you do both? I don't really understand.
Yeah, especially if you're not supposed to actually be like the main villain of the show.
Right. If I assume the way it's probably going to go, probably within a few episodes, all these relationships will turn a lot. I can just guess. But within the first couple of episodes, it's a struggle. So I'd recommend, if you're interested, maybe push, watch them all together or something, because I was just generally frustrated. Like, and then even when I did watch the teaser and I got more frustrated. I was like, wow. And this is usually the type of show, for some reason, police or military academy stuff seems to be my jam. I don't know why. So like, I was all for it. So
Listen, you like what you like. You like what you like.
So I will probably try, because I do think probably the dynamics will shift and I will be more okay with it. It's just unfortunate that I was so uncomfortable with it presently. Sorry I can't go into it, but like, that's that. Run On! I'm watching more of it.
Yay!
Slowly. I really, really enjoy it. Witch's Diner, I watched the first half of the first episode. I did like it. I just got distracted and didn't finish it.
I watched I watched the first two, and then I was like, I think I should wait for more episodes to be out.
It's only like 6 episodes too.
Yeah.
Is that
okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how things are like being broken up, because it was supposed to be a thing that was completely aired on one day.
Oh.
Because that's what that TVing only does that. So I don't know what happened with like the international. Maybe it was when it was picked up, they had to do it airing.
Yeah, it's 8. It says it's 8 episodes on my drama list.
Yeah, but I don't know if like they changed times or something on them too. Like.
I do like the tone so far. So I mean, I will probably keep with it. I did dig that. Yeah, and You Are My Spring, I watched some of that and I was really into it, but now I'm questioning if I'm going to love it that much. I kind of wondered if it was gonna.
You probably will. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't want it to fizzle too bad. I had high hopes for it. That's why I was like, oh, what is it? Because I was hoping the thriller aspect would stay, because they kind of front loaded that, it sounds like. So
yeah, if you're in it just for that, I would say steer clear.
Yeah.
But if you're in it for romance, then sure.
Okay. I'm down for romance, so I will probably really like it.
You're like, oh, romance. Oh, that's
romance
something I can be a part of.
Yeah. And like I said, a couple of mirrors. Like, because I had seen that Jessie was watching, I was like, I'm going to try to do the first episode. And it's so pretty. But I mean, really well acted and stuff too. Like, it's
just like, I watched it and I was like, oh no, I didn't think I was going to like it this much. Like, I was going to watch it no matter what, because like, girl love never happened. Yeah. So like,
yeah, you gotta support it.
You could get me even on a rom-com on that.
You gotta
was
support
like,
it when you see it.
Oh no, this is actually something Jessie would like too. And then the photo shoots. if you
Oh.
need like
Oh,
a
Oh, they're
way to get
gorgeous.
in, the photo shoots are so
They're
pretty.
so gorgeous.
so pretty.
Can't.
I had a thought and it went away.
I know.
Go watch it. It's interesting.
It
Like,
was here that it was gone.
yeah, it was. I had a point with it. I don't remember.
Was it about a couple of mirrors or like another show?
Yeah, it was. It was about a couple of mirrors, but like,
The intro is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't know.
what else you could.
The music was good. Everything about it was
the opening,
good.
theme song is great.
Oh!
I like it.
No wonder I forgot about this. It is one of the, so it's like 45 minutes ish, or maybe it was 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But that flies by.
That's
Like,
the biggest problem.
flies.
I was like that. I flew by and I was like, damn it.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
was like watching them at like 1 a.m. and I was still like, if you had the entire series, I would watch you all in one sitting.
yeah. It
Nice.
it just the pace and stuff was like,
Yeah.
it's not that it slowed or anything. So I was like, oh, this will be a problem.
But it is. They're doing the 4 episodes a week, I guess, and so it's going to be done technically by the end of this month. So I think the way that the international sub stuff might be like into next month, but
Yeah.
at least there's that, because I think it's again another short one. I think that I saw 12 episodes for it in total, so
Mhm.
we don't have to wait that long for it.
We will check back in next time when we're all nose deep in it, I'm sure.
and maybe we'll do a spoiler episode on it.
Yes.
We haven't
Sounds
done a
about
spoiler
right.
episode. It's like a full
Yeah.
team spoiler episode in a while.
We have
The hair.
Dude,
I
that's
was
good.
so obsessed with the hair. I know that that's just a weird thing to talk about,
Her
but like,
dresses in every
Yes!
scene.
Okay, guys, save it for the spoiler.
what?
Save it
We're
for the
trying
spoiler.
to make you want to watch it.
Yeah, no,
But
we're gonna
all
get
of
in
you
there.
should go watch it so that when we do our spoiler, you can listen
follow
along
along.
and be excited
That's
with
right.
So when we talk about the dresses, then you'll understand what we're saying.
that.
So that was pretty much it for me. So I have watched things. I just don't feel like I've watched anything.
I'm the
Yeah.
same. It's like I was sitting there, I'm like, man, I don't think I've watched anything.
Yeah.
Then I'm like writing it down. I'm like, oh, I guess I did.
I guess I did watch things, okay?
Anyway, this has been another edition of what we're watching here on the Certified Nunas. What have you been watching? Tweet at us. What do you like? We're on social media. It's always at Certified Nunas, and our website is certifiednunas.com, where all of the links and everything we talk about in the episodes and the episodes themselves can be found. In addition to Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all the places that you listen to podcasts. If you want to support this podcast, you can go to patreon.com/certifiednunas and join the official Certified Found Family. We love all our found family over there, and we have a great time. And we thank all of you for your support and that you keep listening to us after all of these years. Also, if you just can't get enough of us, we are having a live stream on this coming Saturday, which is the 28th. Yes, the 28th. Dates are not my thing. We are going to be doing Ask a Nuna. That's right. Ask a Nuna. So if you would have questions about anything, about your life, dramas, you need some sort of advice of some sort.
If you wanted to
Or
figure
advice.
out like some term that everybody keeps talking about, and you're like,
Yeah,
I don't
like-
know what this means, and I
Yeah, we
felt
wanna
bad
help.
about it.
We want to
We're
help.
here.
If there's burning questions, you send them. Send them to us at askanuna@gmail.com. All one word, askanuna. And we are going to answer your questions live. And if you don't have any questions that you thought of yet, you can chuck them in the live chat. It's going to be on YouTube. We will have links up on the Twitter, on the website and everything. Or you can just go to search Certified Nunas on YouTube. And it's already scheduled. You can put a little check you can press the little button to remind
Set
you.
reminder.
Yeah, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday the 28th, and we hope that we see you there. Anyway, have a fantastic week. Check back in a little later this week. There might be a little extra something from the old Nunas coming up, some midweek perhaps. Anyway, we hope that you stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and have a fantastic time enjoying Asian entertainment. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.